to those of you, almost everyone that wore a mask and who kept social distancing at this important time. This protest today has been organised by the Save Aldenham Reservoir campaign and the Elstree and Bournemouth Residents Association, EBRA. Both organisations are independent kind of groups, residents protest groups. Save Aldenham Reservoir was actually founded several years ago when the first threat was made to this reservoir, when the owners, Lake Leisure, threatened to drain it entirely. Boo! And Claire just down there was the main founder, and she's put an enormous amount of work in. She deserves a big round of applause. And also, there's someone who can't be with us here today, Suzanne Alford of EBRA. She's hurt her back, but she also deserves a massive round of applause. Now, this procession, I want everyone to realise, this is not the end, this is the beginning. This procession is the start of a series of activities and actions that we're going to be having at Save Aldenham Reservoir to defend this reservoir of ours and to claim it back. I want everyone here to make sure that by the end of the day you follow our Facebook page, Save Aldenham Reservoir, because that's the main way that you can keep in touch with and have debates about what's going on and find out more about what's happening. Now, we each have our own reasons for being here today. I'm sure you've all got yours, I've got mine. And in a minute I'm going to invite anyone that wants to come and speak to express your feelings about what this means to you here, what the closure of the gate means to you, and so on and so forth. But there are five main reasons why, as a Save Aldenham Reservoir, we are here. The first one is look at this reservoir of ours. Look at what they've done to it. Look at the green algae that's formed since they started to drain it back in January. Millions of gallons have been pumped out of our reservoir. It's not what it used to be, right? It also started to smell. They are destroying our reservoir. The second reason is I'm sure that many of you have seen that they've closed the gate. They've closed the gate, which is the dreams of our children, over back towards the fisheries there, and also the other side where the farm is. The woodland is now the private plaything of Lake Leisure. But it should be ours. We demand it is ours. The Sailing Club, friends. The Sailing Club has been in existence since 1937, and it is now closed because the reservoir level is too low for it to operate. That is a travesty. Aldenham Run, they can no longer do their run on a Sunday. That is also a travesty. And you know what? The thing that hurts me most of all, and I can see a lot of you are here today with children, is they've sawn down our children's play area out of pure vindictiveness and spite. That is an outrage. But I want us to think for a moment, look at what we've achieved. Look at this massive turnout here at just one day's notice. There must be 200 of us here. We've got 1,200 people liking our Facebook page. We've got Twitter. Thousands of people across the borough talking about this. We were in the national media a couple of weeks ago. In Private Eye there was an article about what they've done to our reservoir. People are talking, and you have to go back and talk to people and get them to join our protest in defence of the reservoir. But we're also willing because as the Bournemouth and Elstree Times reported last week, there is now a real chance that we will get the footpath gate open again because to allow us to see the woodland and the nature trail, for it to be open to us all once again. The pressure that we've been putting on, the pressure that we and you have been putting on, has ensured that the County Council are now taking the owners to court to try to enforce the rights of way, public rights of way over the pathway once again. Now, listen to this. The deeds of the land that date back to 1937 state that I'm going to read this, that the owners are in breach of a covenant on the reservoir. That covenant, clause 2.1 of the deed of the 5th of October 1938, says very clearly, No building or erection shall take place at any time or be erected on any part of this property. They have committed an unlawful act and an act against the common interest. It will be overturned and we will get our public footpath taken back again. So just before I end and hand over to anyone else who would like to say something today, I want to say that whilst the legal measures are being put in place to open up our reservoir to the people once again, we need to keep putting pressure on our elected representatives to stand up for us. I don't know if our MP Oliver Dowden is here today. I don't know if our council leader Maurice Bright is here. Unfortunately not. But do write to them. They need to be speaking out to defend our reservoir. Now, just finally, I think we all should be sending a message of solidarity to the owners of Aldenham Country Park, who are completely different. They've got completely different management to the reservoir. And I think that we all agree they're doing a fantastic job of maintaining the campsite, the 100-acre wood, the country playground, the wildlife and the conservation here. And the risk is that through shutting the footpath, through draining the reservoir, people will stop coming here. Local people will stop coming here. We met, Claire and I on a walk the other day here, we met loads of people that had visited from other parts of the country, from Kent and places like that, to stay in the campsite area. If they stop coming and the country park loses money, then the owners of the reservoir will get what they might well want, which is to take control of the country park as well. So make sure you keep coming, and when we finish here today, make sure you spend some time visiting the farm, visiting the farm shop and the acre wood, and spending money as much as you possibly can, both here today and in the weeks and months ahead. Now, I'm going to end there. Would anyone like to just come up and say